All right, what is going on, entertainers? So time come to y'all with another video. We talking Bad Boys reunion, y'all. Wasn't much too much to this reunion because it was a little bit chaotic, but let's get into it. So first, y'all know I love to start off with the intro and what the girls and stuff were wearing as they come in. The first bad boy uh we see is Ant. So y'all know how I feel about Ant. I go back and forth with him because I feel like he's a self-hating gay, meaning that like he doesn't really love himself, so he's always dissing anything gay. He's always talking about that gay-ish, those type of things when it's like, girl, you're a part of the community. So like I'll be going back and forth with him, but I will say I do like his style. Like when it comes to the troll hats, the ooh ba beep ba beep buddy boo hats, I'm not the biggest fan of them because he don't be wearing it right. You gotta wear it like right above the eyebrow in like near the tempo. He don't be wearing it correctly. But the fashions for this reunion, I liked it. His intro look, I liked it. Him coming in. Shotty pops off what it looks like a Fendi jacket and a ski mask. I don't know if he's still trying to disguise that, the tooth is a missing, but Shotty is cute regardless. So it don't really freaking matter, right? Corey is next, and Corey always cracks me up. Like the way he pops out of the car, his energy. Like I'm gonna always be a Corey fan, to be honest, because he just has good energy. Cozy walked in like he just finished banging Miss Nat's Big Debbie cakes. You feel me? Like real like sneaky link aftermath. You know it's crazy. At one point, I thought John the Don was like thick, but like when I really look at him, not to be not to be judgmental, because y'all think I'm like a big gym rat now, but like, am I the only one that feel like I don't know if he gained weight over time or like I remember him on Left Cabin, he was like very muscled up, and it's like now that I look at him, I'm like, wait a minute, was I like I don't know, like please let me know what y'all think down below because I thought I was the only like. I feel like he was more fit back then. Like I feel like he either gained weight or something happened because he do not look the same physically that he did on Left Cabin. Maybe I wasn't paying attention that hard, but I could have sworn he was more muscled and more like chiseled. Now it's just like he a little bit potbellyish. Like you always call it Adonis fat, but like babes, you not no skinny mini either. Like you're husky, okay? Like I don't know. Y'all know I don't like John Adon. So then at one point we end up seeing Banga. Banga wore some of the, I think he wore something that he wore during the reunion. Y'all know really Banga don't care about no fashions or whatever. He just wants to perform for y'all in front of the camera. Next, we have Noel. He's giving us dolls, kills, realness. Okay, giving us dolls, kills, realness with the fur and the pink of it all. All right. Next, we have Check the Star. Okay, Check the Star is giving us I am the tiger. Ba, da 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 da. I am the tiger of the thrill of the night. He is the thrill of the night. Okay, no Mike Jack. Now, Prince always looks fresh per usual. Yeah, like say what y'all want about Prince, but he always gonna be a pretty boy. I love some of the stuff that he does wear. He always dresses like a butch queen, even though he's not a butch queen, so he says, but he always dresses like a butch queen. So a lot of stuff that he wears, I would wear. So yeah, Mo City gotta show that he masculine. He all here, he boxing that in the camera. Like he always gotta like show us the fact that he's the masculine guy. Like, Mo, we get it, Mo. We get it, Mo. He's like boxing into the camera. He's like, ooh. He's like, yeah. He might as well have done that in the camera. Okay. And then next we end up having Island Boy. Island Boy is so loud. They were playing music with the intros. I felt like I could hear him through over the music. Because the intro was mute and they played music, them walking in. I felt like I could hear him talking. You get what I'm saying? Like he was loud and there was no music and we couldn't even hear him, but he was still very loud to me, in my opinion. Okay. Next, we end up having Jada. Jada to me looked the best. Jada was the best look walking in. Straight up. Jada fit that suit with the shoes like 8 down. Shout out to Jada. He to me was the best look walking into the reunion. Adonis loves him a furry hat. Y'all didn't call him a blockhead so much and make it fun of the size of his head. He's starting to disguise it at this point. Okay, he's starting to wear furry hats and some more stuff because y'all keep making fun of the size of this man's head. You get what I'm saying? Y'all keep saying it's all big and misformed and all that. So he keep wearing these hats to disguise it. So Landon and Pootie and Jada in one room are in one room talking or whatever, and they get to talk about CS, right? And Pootie's like, hey, what about CS? Like, what's your relationship with CS? Like, is y'all cool? Like, what's going on with you and CS? He kind of blanks out and doesn't give an answer. Let me tell y'all something. I feel like um Jada was the one who punched CS in the face. He did not get hit with no firework. How one firework hit you in one eye and it looked like a black eye? Has anybody have gotten hit with a firework in their face? Please let me know in the comments what was y'all face looking like? Because to me, it was not looking like that. I mean, to me, I don't think it would be looking like that. Because why is it just in one specific eye? Did you launch, you rocket launched it right in your eye? I don't know if I believe it. I think Jada and him got into it and he socked them. He probably told him, oh, he don't want to be with you. And Jada like, that's what you trying to do? Like, you not trying to be with me, sis? Oh, I got something for you. Bow! And then socked him right in the eye. That's what I think happened. That's what I think happened. Because it's just not making sense to me. Okay. So then they start laughing or whatever because Pootie like, oh, that's your man, but that's really not your man. They're like, to be honest, Jada, you could do better. You could do way better than him. Like, you work with like these girls, and everything. CS is just like he trying to still be serve us DL trade. Like, it's just like you could do better than that, Jada. Like, just let that go. So Island Boy and Lex end up talking, and Island Boy wants Banger. So he's like, I want that bitch Adonis, and I want that Banger. Okay, they attacked me, him and his little friends at the premiere, knocked me out, and I want Banger. Okay, I want Banger head. Okay, and that blockhead bitch Adonis. Right. So those are his two people that he wants. Plus, he wants Shotty and Amp because they've been coming at him online, and they were the ones that kind of plotted him getting knocked out at the premiere. I kind of forget about that he was knocked out at that premiere like cold. Okay, here come Links. Links like, man, I want them niggas the land and poodle. Them niggas the land and poodle. They talking about my mother. Them niggas, bro. I'm gonna get the land and poodle. Okay, because if y'all don't know, Lynx's mother and I believe his father, if I'm not mistaken, but I know his mother for sure did pass. And like one of his things that he did with the money that he got from Zeus was buy his mother a tombstone. So they were making fun of that fact or whatever, and they were poking fun at him on that continuously. So that's why he made up that whole situation when it comes to getting his lick back, because he felt like, my mother needs to be avenged. Okay. So next thing you know, we end up seeing John talking to Paris and Cozy, which John is so corny to me. The little nicknames he comes up with, like, they're not funny to me. It's just like he's just so corny. Like, shut up. Like, just like, ugh. Talking about, oh, Adonis is, I forgot what he called him. Oh, a donut or something. I'm like, girl, you about 2 donuts away from a pot belly. So what are you talking about? Like, girl, stop it. Like, it's just like he, out of everybody in the cast, he irritates me the most. I don't know why. Like, none of the other boys get on my nerves as much as him. When he comes on the screen, my skin instantly crawls. I don't know what it is. He triggers me, y'all. I don't know. I don't know why. I don't like. It's just like he triggers the living out of me. I don't know if it's his booty. It's just too big. Like, it's just like I don't know. Anyways, so he's giving them nicknames and stuff. He's talking about the people he gonna get. Mind y'all, he come out there with a whole head mask, but there's that. And Banger and Corey and Shawty are in one room, and they're like, "Who you gonna get, Banger?" He like, "I'm gonna get that bitch Pootie. I'm gonna get that bitch Landy, and I'm gonna get that bitch ass nigga Purse." Okay, who y'all gonna get? So he has his sights on basically the other side of the house because of everything that happened. You all know inside of the house. Him trying to get Paris, though, I'm still confused because like I don't get him and Paris's beef. It don't make sense to me. I get it because he's best friends with Landon and Pootie and them, but I'm talking about in the house. Their beef to me never really made sense. I know it's over the whole Tasiki situation, and because he's Tasiki's best friend, and Banger and Tasiki had like a falling out. So I guess it still is based off of that. But I feel like it's a little bit more than that, and we're not really seeing it. Because if y'all notice, like nobody really like does too much on Paris, and I really feel like it's because like on the production end, he's covered. although he did not come back. From what I heard, one some of my entertainers that were at the reunion, they told me they kept bringing up Paris's husband. Now I don't know if has a husband or husband works for Zeus or something to that effect, but the entertainers were telling me that. There's your aid. So I don't know what that's about. Okay. So of course Corey's like, I'm gonna get that man Ciace. Yeah, I'm gonna get him. Yeah, we gonna get him. They start getting all hype. They start getting all hype and stuff like that. And Adonis said he gonna get John for talking about his grandmamas. Okay, bro, his grandmama's no longer here, and y'all know what John and Don does. He starts going to people's Facebook, start posting their family and all those stuff. Like this is why bad things are gonna forever happen to you, John, because you be playing with spirits that are no longer here. You're never gonna be happy in life, babe, because you do stuff like that. So it comes back to haunt you in many ways. So know that, okay? It may not come now, but it will come later. I'm just saying. So Sace talks to Jada and Shamar. I mean, Sace talks to Shamar and the boys about we got Mo City and Prince in the room, and Sace is like, "How you feel about like Jada and all that?" And then he's like, "Well, me and Jada, we be flirting and stuff, but me and him never really did nothing. You feel me? Like I'm not easy. You feel me? Like I'm not trying to like be the one where like I'm just going like that. Like it gotta be. I gotta put in a little bit more work than that." And Prince like, "Man, what are you talking about? What are you, a girl? It's a nut is a knot." I'm like, "Oh, it don't work like that just because we're niggas, Prince." You know what I'm saying? Some of us actually have morals, okay, and a moral compass, okay? I'm just saying. Now, during this whole conversation, most cities like, man, I'm not trying to hear all that. Let's move on. Like, it's disturbing my ears. This is why people be saying you one of the girls, most city. Like, you could have just drifted off the conversation without saying that comment because these are the things. Because you would have thought that like CS was saying that he rides Jada's face or something. Like it was explicit. The stuff he was saying was not explicit in nature. I get he still feels uncomfortable, but it's like him being uberly uncomfortable. It's what further pushes the narrative about him being one of the girls because you made it your point to let us know that you were uncomfortable. You get what I'm saying? Versus Prince, who was kind of keen about it. This is why I don't think Prince is one of the girls. Like, he's just, to me, Butch Queen coded. But I don't think Prince is. No shit, I really don't. But Mo, he does things, y'all, that he makes it a point. In my opinion, I just think Prince, he's comfortable in himself. That's the difference. You know what I'm saying? He a little sassy like, but he's comfortable in himself. So we end up seeing Sydney and Isaiah and Natalie meet, and Sydney's like, "Oh, Natalie, I'm trying to bring the trans baddies to Zeus. So what we doing, sis?" Okay, so Natalie's like, "Oh my God, Sydney has all of these requests, etc., etc." You get what I'm saying? I don't feel like there would do a trans baddies only because I feel as if Zeus is not the most gay friendly. It's a platform like a Now That's TV. Do I think they would make a lot of money from it? Yes. I think it would top Bad Boys 100%. And the reason why is because anything trans trends straight up. Like you say that word and it's like it just does numbers. So I think it would do a lot of numbers for sure. Please don't put no host or none of that. Make it like Bad Boys. Straight up. Don't do like Now That TV and do this host crap. We're not trying to see that if they do end up doing it. Okay. We also end up seeing Akasha in the audience as well. 813, 813. Them niggas know about me being around the world. Ah, yeah. Okay. So Isaiah gets on stage and he brings out Natalie. Natalie looks great. I don't like Natalie with black hair though. Like I never liked her with black hair. I've said this numerous times. Like I don't like her with the whole colorful hair either, but I like her with like a brown or like when she does like the auburn red, not red, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Like the auburn type of red. Like she looks good when she does it like that. You know what I'm saying? So she comes out or whatever, and y'all, why they having Sydney host Bad Boys and Our Baddies Gone Wild? Is that shade? Is that shade? Because I'm gonna drop this Monday afternoon, but I'm recording this Sunday night. On the after show, that's what the girls were saying. I feel like it's shade. Now that, we talked about it on the after show, it's a little bit of shade, right? So they end up bringing the boys out, and John comes out for Jada. Mind y'all, he still has the headgear. Why are y'all letting him fight with the headgear? Also, too, John, you come out with a headgear, you trying to slam niggas. This is why I don't like this man. Like, it's one thing you come out with the headgear and you start, you swinging left and right. Then it's like, okay, cool. You trying to slam it come at Jada at the knees. It's because you can't see him. That's why you trying to slam him at the knees and stuff. Like, that man just irritates my soul. I'm just not. I even like talking about this man. Like, it's just like he does something to me. Security had to tell him to basically let go of Jada. Jada kind of, when he got released from John trying to body slam him, he kind of like, he did like a hair flip, like flips hair. It was so funny to That Jada is a key, I tell you. He really is. He did this flip like, girl, please, you're nothing. Okay. The crowd is like, Jada, Jada. And in my eyes, in my head, I'm like, Jada, Jada. I'm cheering in my head too, girl. Because he had John winded, out of breath, like a boar on the side of the stage. Okay. Next thing you know, we see Chet the Star come out looking like the Joker. My whole thing is, Chet the Star, are you trying to get an acting role? Are you trying to, get some improv in at this point? Because that's what it's given. You feel me? That's what it's given. It's given like an improv type of thing. Like, I'm guessing he's trying to do his big one in the acting field. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that, but it's like, what's the point? So then here comes Ant. Okay, Ant is looking like one of the Smurfs, and at this point he is out for revenge. Okay, he starts tagging the hell out of Jada, and then Shotty jumps in. Shotty get to jumping in, right? So Shotty get to jumping in, and they just start taking him. They start taking him. Jada was trying to do his one though, but to be honest, they were taking him a little bit through there. Paris tried to do something, but security kind of held him back. Paris, though, I feel like you should have acted a little bit quicker. You saw what was going on, and you knew what was going to go down. If we're gonna be honest, okay. I feel like Paris sometimes don't be wanting to get into it with the boys because he wants to keep like a cool relationship with them and stuff. So they start asking Ant like, "Hey, why did you jump him? Like, what's going on? Uh, why you jumping him when he was fighting like Shotty and everything like that?" To be honest, I felt like Ant was being a little gaslit, and I didn't like that because y'all saw what happened on the show. We didn't have to see a clip. And Natalie, if you're gonna host the reunion, please watch your own show. It's no shade. Like, I feel like Natalie shouldn't have hosted. It should have been Janisha and Isaiah. Some of y'all gonna say, "Oh, you should host Pierre." No, no shade. And the reason why, let me tell you why. I feel like reunions to me are really for dialogue. Don't get me wrong; it's good to have a fight here and there, especially when it comes to Zeus. But if we're not really getting real answers and stuff like that, and questions really being asked, then what's the point of having a reunion? All we're gonna see is them run their fades again. So it's really, they should call it rerun fades, not reunion. Y'all get what I'm saying? So it's just like, that's why like I could never sit up here and be like, oh, Isaiah did a bad job, and like I'm never gonna do that. Like, it's no shade. Congrats to him. I feel like he's doing amazing when it comes to networking and doing his thing with Zeus. I just feel like Zeus needs to do better when it comes to like having dialogue when it comes to like these reunions and stuff, because sometimes we don't get questions answered at all. And Natalie, you was rushing. Talk about next question. We didn't get dialogue. Like, you need to stop. Okay, like it's like ridiculous. Like, what are you doing? And it didn't seem like she knew, what was going on at all. Child, that ant moves so fast, it's not even funny. Like, that man was moving like he had a fire in his pants. He man, that ant was moving so freaking fast. I was so proud of him. Okay, so Jada like, you want to run it now? You run it now? You want to run it now? We can run it now. So they get to in the middle of the floor, they start going at it. Right? In my opinion, had Ant not fell, he probably would have did great. He probably would have did great. I ain't gonna lie. He probably would have did great. But hey, at one point, Jada kind of backs into near the couch. That's when John tried to get his little licks in. Shawty tries to get his licks in. and everything. In my opinion, like if Shotty, I ain't mad at Shotty jumping in, but John, I'm mad at you jumping in because babes, you had all opportunities when you was up in that house, and you didn't. I mean, you did, but you really didn't, to be honest. So they kind of calm everything down, and then that's when we end up seeing Isaiah check the star and Cozy like, what's the tea or whatever. Here come check the star. I mean, here come Cozy. Cozy was like, "Oh, like man, you feel me? I ain't really playing with that man. Check the star. You heard me? He talking all that on the gram, and I'm not feeling it. You heard me? So like, I want my fade. I want my respect about my name. Okay, my name Cozy, not uncomfortable. I'm Cozy. So he get up. And so they're like, "Oh, you want to run out with him?" He started to get the fight and check the star. He boom him off the stage. He body slam him off the stage or whatever. Check the star, get up, half of the makeup missing. So he goes in for round two. Okay. I will tell you, check the star smarter than what we realized. He did that so that way if he get a black eye or any marks on his face, that white makeup, that clown makeup is going to cover it. It's not going to get caught up having a black eye or a mark on his face because of what? The clown makeup. Okay, that clown makeup's gonna cover it all. I feel like Cozy really did that to kind of prove that like he wasn't boring or weak or something, and try to prove a point at the reunion because we all know Check the Star's no big fighter. Like he'll stand up for himself, but we all know he's a little bit weak sauce compared to some of the other boys. Like he'll fight himself. If Check the Star could fade himself, he would. He's fighting with his demons. What's his name said? I get to fighting with my demons. That's Check the Star. Child, that second round, Check the Star and Cozy going at it. I would give it to Cozy, even though he was to me trying to slam Check the Star a lot. But hey, Check the Star defends himself, and that's all you can do. One thing I like about Check the Star, I feel like he could be bigger than what he is. Like just from that little performance he did at the reunion, like he could really be like, you feel me, like an actual performer, like maybe an actor. Like you get what I'm saying? Like I don't know. I feel like him being on Zeus, he should have never did it. Because I do think that he can do a lot more than what he's given. I will say that. So here comes Natalie. Natalie trying to joke talking about, oh, coming out, Landon and Pootie. Here comes Ant. Oh, stop with all that gay ish. See that's what ruined our season. Ant, you are a bisexual man. What are you talking about? What ruined the season is them casting a couple. But you're saying in a way like they casted too many gay dudes or something like that. Like I don't get it. They shouldn't have casted a couple. Y'all know how I felt about that from the jump. Now that shouldn't have been done. And the fact they brought them both back to me is so diabolical. I'm not a fan of Lana and Pootie, so I'm gonna feel how I feel about that. And the reason why I'm not a fan of it is because I don't like the fact that they constantly abuse each other, and some of y'all praise them and give them all these accolades and flowers when they shouldn't be together. Separately though, I like Pootie. No shade. So that's just how I feel about those two, if we're gonna be honest. So then we end up seeing they asking Shotty about like what happened like in the house and stuff with the whole jumping thing, and they start talking about the water situation as if we did not see it. Zeus, we did not have to see a clip about that. You know what I'm saying? Like we didn't have to see a clip about the whole basketball scenario in the scene. Now, what would have really ate is if we saw some behind the scenes stuff that Ant was talking about, on the show and on the reunion. So at one point of the reunion, we end up seeing basically Corey end up sneaking CS in the back, or he attempts to at one point. And then we also see that Paris gets up. It was sad that Isaiah had to tell Paris to basically jump in and help his friend out. So Paris ends up squaring up with Shotty, and y'all, Shotty got him so good because Paris ended up slipping. Paris probably owed at the knees, girl, because he couldn't withstand it. Okay, he just kept slipping and stuff. So here comes them off stage, like back on the stage. Sydney start get on the mic. Here comes Sydney. So like Paris, I didn't like the fact that you did not stand on business with none of the boys, and you was really boring on the show, sis. So that's what I have to say about you. If you're gonna be on the show, then do your big one. Squabble down, bitch. So Paris was like, man, what phase you ran, Sydney? You ain't did nothing on your shows. You be running, you be scared for people. Sydney, you have no room to talk. You be getting squabbled and beat down every chance in every corner we look on that STV. So you have no room to tell somebody to be on the show and to do their big one. Like, please, you're like the last one that should be talking about any of that. So I understood Paris's frustration. Now I will say she is a little bit right, but I think what the problem is with Paris is he was cool with too much people up in that house. And that's what costed the issue with him coming across as boring or him trying to find an issue or a storyline. So then they bring out Corey's, yes, links and everything. And Corey comes out. He got a hairnet on, so they don't pull out his stitch braids. He come out, he dancing and stuff like that. Y'all know I like Corey. He ends up squaring up with Jada. He ends up falling to the floor, right? And then they separated. And then Jada sneaks Corey. Corey, you need to have your head on the swivel more. It be making me so mad because I like him. So I'd be like, when he be getting snuck and stuff, I'm like, no. But you need to have his head more on the swivel because after that happens directly, CS ends up literally hopping on him quick. And then all you hear is Corey making pain sounds like, I'm like, Jesus Christ. Yeah, you should have just he should have had his head more on the swivel. I really feel like Corey is above being on Bad Boys. Like he gives me more so like real world vibes. He don't give me bad boy vibes. He not scary. He not or anything like that. He's just like you could tell he has more personality than being on a show that's mostly about fighting. No shade. Okay. Let me know what y'all think down below about this video, and we out, y'all.